Hola, me llamo Nathan.
Y estoy Sara.
Y somos Adventuros con un presupuesto. Adventures with a budget.
Hey guys, we're in Spain. And if you read the title and you're like, what the heck?
Hey, this says Canada.
They said they're in Canada.
You're totally right.
We were in Canada. We traveled home for a little bit in Arizona, but we're now living in Spain because I got a job here to teach English. If you found this video, you've obviously found our YouTube channel.
Thanks.
But I also want to let you know that we have a website, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. That you can follow us along for daily adventures as well as daily tips and tricks about how to adventure within the budget. And so this is going to be our video about what we did in Canada and how we adventured in the budget. We hope you enjoy. This week we are heading down to Canada.
It's happening.
My gosh, crazy, crazy, crazy. So we spent the last month or so in Anchorage, and now we're driving down to Arizona. We're gonna hit Canada, Washington, Oregon, California, and Utah on the way over.
You hold on so tight, open up your eyes. This is our time, can't let it pass us by. Gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go. Gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. Sometimes you can't see how good it is to be free. All that we need, eyes closed, fall into me. Gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go. Gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh, you gotta let go, oh. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. You freaking run away. You freaking run away.
If you've seen pictures of Banff, you've probably seen something like this.
Some magical things.
And for us, it was actually more like this.
Craziness. All those, all I could think of was all those serene photos you see of Banff, the lakes up there, Lake Louise and so on. Like behind that lens is just 70, 80 other people waiting to take the same photo. So while we were in Banff, we got to do a ton of different types of trails. We got to bike to places. We got to hike a lot of things.
Bikes are a must.
Bikes are a must. So especially if you don't want to wait for transportation or pay for transportation.
Yes.
Anyways, so we did a lot of different types of trails. Our expectations going into Banff for one thing, which we thought, hey, it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be us in the outdoors, and it's just gonna be
And like some hardcore outdoor people.
Yeah, and that's not what reality was, which totally on us for poor expectations. One, we didn't reserve campsites or realize that it was the busiest weekend in Banff of the year.
Actually, it was a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, so comment down below if you know when it's not as busy and maybe we'll go back. But then also, when you don't have to, when things are easily accessible in the outdoors, you're gonna meet more people, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you're going to the outdoors to escape the city like we live in now, or lots of just commotion and people, then change your expectations because it's not gonna happen.
Well said.
So, thank you.
We actually went on another hike. It was called Johnson Canyon, and you can call it a hike. I think it was more like a walk to a waterfall because there was handrails and
It was all paved too.
You couldn't actually be in the nature, and there was a 10-minute line to take pictures
By one of the waterfalls.
Waterfall. And so at some point you were brushing up against people walking the other way. So again, so beautiful, but I think we prefer places with less people.
Yeah.
Not because we don't like people. We love the people. But
it's just poor expectations.
I like to go places where you like have to work to get there, right?
Yeah. So beautiful place, but just so many people, and that's not what our expectations were going into it.
And so the first thing that we did when we got to Banff is the first activity was we went to the cave and basin. Again, we like had our backpacking backpacks.
Like had like rope gear, like we were like ready to do some climbing or rappelling or something.
Helmets and GoPros, and they were like, oh, it's a 5-minute walk up here. And there was like a line to get into it, and it just, expectation management. Super beautiful, really nice.
Lots of cool information and history.
But also, I think we didn't stay there as long because it took us 5 minutes to walk there. Mm-hmm. Whereas like other places we go to, it takes us 5 hours to walk there. And we stay there. Like, yeah, we want to camp there. We want to be there. So we went to the Cave and Basin, and then we went to the Sundance Canyon. That was actually pretty cool.
That was awesome. We took like a 5-mile bike ride, and there weren't that many people there because you had to go 5 miles to get there and then do a hike.
If we haven't said it before, bikes are a must.
Bikes are essential.
Bring your bike to Canada. Okay. Another thing that we did was I made a budgeting video about our food on the road. So if you want to check that out, it's right here. And while we were making that, we met some amazing people.
Yeah, and that's one of our favorite parts of this whole road trip was just meeting all these different people.
So many cool
different
people.
Walks of life, different parts of the world.
Yes, so we met so many people from Germany and the Netherlands and
Holland.
Oh, and Holland. And so these are some of our friends that we met. Hey guys, so we are just getting ready to take off on our rope climbing adventure and met the best neighbors ever.
Such good neighbors.
So we just want to take a second to introduce them to you real fast.
Thomas.
Esther.
Wes.
Tessa.
Dwayne.
Mickey.
En Arjan.
And where are you guys from?
The Netherlands.
You guys have any? Do you guys have anything to say?
Oh, we love it here.
Oh.
We love it here.
It's beautiful.
It's awesome.
Blow kiss.
We're gonna get famous.
Thank you so much for saying hello. It was so nice to meet you, and we will definitely be coming to visit you.
Thanks for the cookies.
Oh yeah. And the last thing that we did was, what was it called?
We biked and hiked to Baker Lake. It was like a 16-ish mile movement.
Straight uphill.
Don't know where we're going, but I'll go anywhere with you. Wherever this wind's blowing, we ain't got much to lose. 'Cause we got that sunrise, apple pies, won't sleep tonight. We'll dive into the blue. We got that good rush, young in love. Let's turn it up, go round the world with you. Round the world with you. Oh, 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 oh. You're my destination. You're my destination. Oh, 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 oh. You're my destination. You're my destination. Don't know if it's magic or if I was made for you. That easy love we have it. Whatever path we choose.
Okay, so Nathan and I are done with the hike. Oh my goodness. It was beautiful, super beautiful. Now we get to, so it was super steep coming up. So it's gonna be pretty dang steep coming down with the bikes. And I'm actually gonna hand you off to Nathan because I will be riding my brakes the entire way. I'm sure of it.
I didn't have a topographic map. If I did, I would have seen that it was basically like a small cliff. It was what it felt like we were biking up. And so there was a lot of biking and walking.
We were like passing people
Yeah.
with our bikes. Like we had to just walk them at one
At
point
some
because
points,
it was
yeah.
so steep.
And so
They were like, that looks really hard. And we're like, yeah, but it's gonna be really nice on the way
Yeah.
down. Like Nathan said, it was actually a 16-mile movement. So I think it was 2 miles uphill, like 12 miles there
Yeah.
to the lake and back, and then 2 miles down.
But,
and that was by far
By
our
far.
favorite thing. And I think it's just because there weren't a whole lot of people there. You really had to work to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful. What were those? Marmots.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what a marmot is?
Do you know what noise it makes?
They're kind of, yeah, how did it?
It sounded like a cry for help. It sounded like a whistle is what it was. It's like a...
But like a little, like,
Yeah. It sounded like someone whistling like there was a bear or something.
yeah, and they were like everywhere. Like every 2 feet you would see a marmot. They were kind of terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely loved our time in Banff, but there's a few things that we want you to know about before you go. Check if there's a long weekend. It's probably going to have a lot of tourists. Also, reserve a campsite. Go online, see how far away you want to be from some of the lakes or hikes, and then decide where you want to be. It'll save you so much trouble.
And then understand, because everything's so convenient to access,
Yes.
there's going to be lots of different people there probably, and be okay with that. But keep in mind, like, one cool thing that we liked about Banff is that with so many different things in this relatively small area, we got to access a lake, canyons, caves, all in the same day.
Yeah, very multiple hikes, multiple
So
waterfalls.
pick the meat from the bones.
And the last thing is, gas is very expensive in Canada. They pay by the liter and not by the gallon. So we highly recommend having bikes for fast transportation, especially if you don't want to wait for the buses at Banff, which are super convenient. But if it's a busy weekend, you're going to have to wait. So we loved using our bikes, and we were able to get more places a lot faster.
And exercise.
If you enjoyed this video, please like,
Comment.
and subscribe.
All that jazz.
Until next time, continue to adventure within the budget, and we'll see you later. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, because that's Spanish for let's see you later.